What's good, Rowe Middle School community? My name is Mr. Dix and I am here to talk to you today about a new class that you will find on your schedule. If you're a student, if you are a concerned adult in the life of a student, this is a new class that appears on their schedule. It's called Homeroom. In order to effectively discuss what Homeroom is and why we have Homeroom, we have to go way back to a YouTube survey from many years ago. And in the results of that survey, we found something concerning. Some students reported that they felt they didn't have an adult in this building that was their adult. Someone that they could go to with any questions or any concerns or even any celebrations. That's not good. So we started at that time looking at homeroom and advisory and what that would look like at Rowe. But then COVID hit. And when we were online for the pandemic, we had a new class in this district called Community Connections. We met every Wednesday, and the goal was to keep our community together amidst the pandemic. We got online together and we talked about Hispanic Heritage Month and Trans Awareness Week and all different types of celebrations of different identities and perspectives. We also talked about just coping strategies for the pandemic. We found Community Connections to be successful over the pandemic, so at Rowe Middle School, we brought it back last year and we had it in person every Wednesday morning to start our Wednesdays. We did a lot of the same things. We talked about Women's History Month and Black History Month. We also talked about some social emotional learning stuff that was really important. When people were damaging the bathrooms last year, we all got together as an entire school and in our Community Connections talked about the repercussions and consequences of those bathrooms being damaged. It was a way for us to get together and have these important conversations. However, at the end of the year, when we surveyed everybody, once a week kind of didn't feel like it was worth it. Either we needed to get rid of it altogether, but in doing so, we would lose that really important time to organize, to plan, to celebrate different people and different cultures in this school, and to have really important school-wide conversations. So, a group of teachers got together and we proposed to the entire staff that we develop a homeroom class. And homeroom would happen every day, Monday through Friday, for the first 15 minutes of the day. After the proposal, our staff resoundingly voted yes, let's do homeroom. And over the course of the next few weeks, we had conversations about what homeroom would look like and how we would separate the kids and which kids would go to whom. And this is what we came up with. Mondays in homeroom, for the first 15 minutes of your day, you are going to be looking at your grades. We're going to go through Student View. We're going to go through your Google Classroom. We're going to look at our planner and we're going to go through our to-do list to help ourselves stay caught up and make sure that we are successfully completing our assignments. On Tuesdays, that's when we're going to do our organization stuff. We're going to organize our binders. We're going to organize our backpacks. We're going to go into our digital spaces like Gmail and Google Drive and organize those as well. We're going to learn some skills to help make it so we can keep things in line. On Wednesdays, homeroom is the first 25 minutes of the day, and we're just going to show the Shamrock news. Welcome to Wilbur D. Rowe Middle School. On Thursdays, for the first 15 minutes, we're going to do our social emotional learning, and we're also going to do our celebrations. So we might talk about Ramadan one Thursday, and the very next Thursday, we might talk about proper social media use. On Fridays, this is our homeroom hangout day. It is an opportunity for us to come together and take those 15 minutes and just experience some fun with each other. There's only one rule for homeroom hangout on Fridays. Nobody is allowed to be on their Chromebooks. We have Uno cards, decks of cards, we have dice. Some teachers went out and bought Connect 4. We also have an entire presentation of different games and activities that you can do as an entire class. The whole purpose and point is so that we can come together and we can build that community in our class, because we're going to need to lean on each other all year long. Maybe my person that I sit next to is really organized and they can help me with my binder. Maybe they have trouble reading Student View and I can help them read their Student View. We're all going to make sure that we can come together, and part of coming together is recognizing that you ride for each other, and that's what Fridays are for. The last thing I'm going to talk about is how we divided homeroom up and decided which students would go to where. So traditionally, 7th grade has the most difficulties in our school when it comes to tardies and referrals.
Oh no, I'm late for class.
And a lot of that has to do with the fact that in 5th grade they had 1 teacher, in 6th grade they had 3 teachers a day, and in 7th grade they go to 5 teachers a day. And there's more transitions, and it just becomes a little bit more difficult. One of the things that we do know though is that those 7th graders have a really strong relationship with their 6th grade teachers that they had the year before, because they spent 140 minutes a day with them. So our 7th graders are going to be in homeroom with their morning teacher from their 6th grade year. That means they still have one person from their 6th grade year that is just with them every single day and making sure that they're transitioning and being successful in 7th grade. Our 7th grade homeroom teachers are going to be in charge of our 8th graders. So you as an 8th grader might have a teacher you had in 7th grade as your homeroom teacher. That's really awesome. It's another way to continue that connection that we've been developing. Our 8th grade teachers are actually going to then be in charge of our 6th graders, which is really great because now our 6th graders, instead of being in one hallway all day, are going to have an opportunity to kind of explore the building in a really, really low stakes way. So 6th graders are with 8th grade teachers, 7th graders are with 6th grade teachers, and 8th graders are with 7th grade teachers. And that was all very deliberate to try and develop the strongest connection in this school. If this is successful this year, what it looks like is less tardies, more success in class, students developing abilities to plan and organize, and it looks like celebrating a really, really awesome community and having people that you care for, having people that you can go to, and most importantly, finding that one teacher for your student or for yourself that you can go to with questions, concerns, or celebrations. So we look really forward to this year. We're super hyped. We're super pumped about homeroom, and I think it's gonna be awesome. I don't know. We'll see. Peace.